So, good evening, everyone. Nice to have you on the in today's class. Great to have you in class. I will not do too much of introduction because I want us to dive straight into the class. My name is Matthew, the CEO of Dick Technique, and a data analyst. Also, vast in other works like web design, graphic design, cyber security, and the likes. And I'm a full-time freelancer, an expert at that, a six-figure earner in USD, actually. So that's all about the introduction. So we move straight into the class. Here you are here to learn data analysis using Excel, data analysis using Excel, and I would like to take you through the whole thing I'm supposed to train you on. I'll take you through the list. Here we'll start with the beginners class, where we'll learn introduction to MX and the likes, and we'll learn formulas, conditional formatting. We'll learn data validation, header and footer, sheet protector, how to unlock sheet, automated calculator, and consolidation charts. We'll learn bar charts. That's progress bar charts. And then we'll move to the advanced class, which is sorting, basic filtering, advanced filtering. We'll look at HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, and database. And we'll look at dashboard. Dashboard is a very interesting kind of data analysis. This dashboard, this example of dashboard where you can always work on dashboard. This is also another example of dashboard and various dashboards like that. So, okay. So that's all we'll be looking at in this Excel class. We pray that God permit us in these 2 weeks. We'll be holding our class probably because Monday I have a class also on other Excel classes on Monday. So we'll be holding our class Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Please, I want you to follow keenly so that we can move fast and cover up all I've listed there. We have 2 weeks to cover up all these things. Okay, sorry, I thought I was sharing my screen already. So let me share my screen. Sorry about that. Okay, I hope you can see my screen now. I thought I was sharing my screen already. If you can see my screen, just drop on the chat. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Just drop on my chat. I can see it. Okay. If you can see it, I'm still waiting for a reply. Maybe you cannot see it here too. You are doing this now. Okay, I think 3 people can see it now. Any other person? We are 15 on this call. I guess I think we should have more replies than just 3 people. So let's move on. What I'm saying is, in these 2 weeks, we'll be moving very fast with the speed of light so that we can cover as much as possible. So first of all, we'll start with the beginners class, where we'll talk about Excel, introduction to Excel, Excel formatting, conditional formatting, formulas, data validation. We'll look at protecting sheets and automated calculator. automated calculator, we'll look at bar charts, we'll look at charts generally, then we'll look at, then we'll move to advanced class, where we'll look at advanced class intro, sorting. Sorting is something you must know as data analyst. We'll look at filtering also. We'll look at HLOOKUP, advanced data validation, HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, and database. Database is important for you as a data analyst. We'll look at pivot table 1. We'll look at Power Query. We'll look at pivot table 2 also, and then Power Query. Then dashboard. Dashboard, let me just show you an example of dashboard. This is a dashboard for some data worked on. So I guess you get the gist now where we are going to. We are going as far as here. This is another dashboard. Then we'll go to application class. This application class is more like applying all the knowledge you will gain. So we move right away. If you are with me, say yes, I am with you, so that we can start today's class. Just type, I am with you. I am with you, so we can move straight to the class. We don't have, in this class, in our data analysis class, we don't have time for so much stories. Okay. Okay. Now, first of all, let me introduce you to Excel. Excel is more like a we call it we have Excel sheet. We have Excel. Data analysis as a whole is a critical thinking. How you can think critically to solve an issue or present an issue using data, meaning that when they give you data, you can present it in the simplest form to a novice that he will understand the data set before him or her. That's why dashboard does most of the work very well. That's why dashboard pivot table does most of the work very well. Now, this is data set in Excel. Now, if you don't have Excel, please avoid drawing mark on your screen. Please avoid drawing marks on your screen. Now, if you don't have Excel sheet, you can use Google Sheet. What's Google Sheet? What's Google Sheet? When you go to your Google account, your Google account, you open these 9 dots, you will see Google Sheet. Scroll down, you will see Sheet. Once you open the sheet, it will give you a symbol of Excel. Just open the sheet. It's called the spreadsheet. So this is the same thing you will get in Excel. So for those of you that have system, I advise you get Excel and the like. So we move straight. Now, how do we analyze data with Excel? First of all, we need to do introduction. Now, you see my column here, my spreadsheet here. This is what we call a spreadsheet. This is what we call a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is a single sheet in your Excel data. A spreadsheet is a single sheet in your Excel data. So let's move. And this sheet has a name. All this sheet has a name. Let me open another Excel. Now, all these sheets has a name. They all have a name. You can rename your sheet. That's where we start from. You can rename your sheet by double-clicking on your sheet in Excel. Then you rename it whatsoever you want to name it. But I will name it tutorial. Tutorial. You can see is already renamed. Now you can also rename. You can also all these cells are called, all these boxes are called cells. You can write if you want to write. All these boxes are called cells. I want to quickly give us all the quick terms. All the quick terms we use in data analysis. These are called cells. Cells. Now, in Excel, we have column. This one is column. So the lettering on your Excel are called column. Column A, column B, column C, column D, column E, column F, column G, column H. If you are there, come and say, I am there. If you are there, I'm waiting for you to say, I am there. Okay.
I am there.
Please, can you use the chat so that we avoid so much people speaking at once.
Okay.
So let's move. This is what we call columns. Columns, the space highlighted are called columns. Columns. Then we have what we call rows. These are rows. Rows. Row 5, row 6, row 7, row 8, row 9, row 10, row 11. And what we call cell, all these cells has a name. Now, I will give you two names and you will tell me the other names. I'll give you two names, then you tell me the other name. Now, this name, how do we name them? We name them by the letter and number. Letter first, then number follow. Look at this. This is called C3. C3 because it's standing on C and 3. This is called G3. Here we have F6. F6. If you don't know that, you can check this place. You will see the name. F6. Here is G5. So someone can send on the chat what is the name of this cell. This cell where my mouse is. What is the name of the cell where my mouse is? Look at it very well. Are you sure? Look at it again. Look at where my mouse is. Look at it again. Let me get your replies. I need about more than 5 replies. Then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay. I was standing at N5, not G5. Let me explain again. All this box has a name. Now, wherever I put the mouse, trace the number, the letter, and the number. Trace the letter and the number. Now I'm at M4. I was standing here before. It's called the N5 cell. It's called the N5 cell. Is that taking the F5 shell? We all know what copy is. Copy is a term in data analysis. Paste is a term. So you can copy Control C and paste with Control V. Okay. Now another work to be done. What cell am I standing now? Let me put it here. What cell am I standing now? What cell am I standing now? I want to know that you are following. I want to be sure you are following. Great, 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 great. For those of you following me, I love your activeness. I love the activeness. God bless you. God bless you. I can see that you are following. Simeon, Simnom, okay, Katrina. I love the activeness. That's good. It keeps me going. Another thing I would like to teach you right now is the free span. That's the first thing I teach my students. The free span. The free span. The free span means when you want to freeze a data above or by the side. Now, for example, look at this data now. You know it's name, class, exam. Now, I want to scroll down and I will still want this. Okay, let me use a larger data. Probably you understand that. Let me use a larger data. Now, look at this data. You know, if I scroll down, you will lose the name of the headings of these data. So if I say what is here, you might not be able to tell the heading. That's why we use freeze span, whereby this place is freezed, and you can scroll down. You can scroll down. Now, how do we do that? You take your mouse, place your mouse there, you go to view, you will see freeze span. Now, there are 3 types of freeze span there. There are 3 types of freeze span there. The first one is freeze the top row. Now, if I click freeze the top row, which is this first row, now let me scroll. Did you see that my headings are not moving away again? You can see that my headings are not moving away again. The headings are following. So I can know that this is a name column. I can know that this is a department column. I can know that this is leaf type. I can know that these are not real data. Let me tell you now. So they are not real data. They are generated data. So don't worry about who and who is there and who is not there. So these are days of their leave. You see that it's no longer moving. Now I can do the same to the side, this column here. I can do the same thing by going to freeze span, freeze right column. You see that the upper part can now move, while this other part can no longer move. You see that the right column is freeze. Do you understand that? Before I teach you the next freeze span, if you understand, say I understood you. You understood? Just type it, please. Help me type it. Make sure it's just type. Okay, yes, you do. Simon, God bless you. Okay, Gideon, God bless you. Okay, I should say it again. Let me go over it again. Now, freeze span is either is freezing the first roll or anything you want to be static, not moving. Like this now, you can see that the first roll is moved. The first roll left the page. Now, for instance, if I want to look for, maybe I'm looking for Roy Ward, yet I don't want to lose this heading. You can freeze the heading by going to view, go to view, then go to freeze span, then freeze the top row. Now, this top row, this number one row, will not leave my page again. Even if I scroll to the last bottom, the top row will be there because I have just freeze the top row. You can see that the topic is still there. Katrina, do you understand that? Okay, Chinedu, I'm explaining freeze span. Freeze span is freezing the first roll. Freezing the first roll. The first roll. I don't want it to move away from there. While others can move. But I still want that first row to be there. So what I did is go to view, then go to freeze span, then I say freeze top row. Okay, okay. Now, this is the reason why you have to freeze it. Why do I have to freeze it? Is that sometimes when your data is much, you tend to scroll down and you lose your heading. And you might need your heading down there. You might need your heading down there. For instance, let me remove every freezing. Now, assuming I don't know, I need to know maternity leave type, or these data are looking alike, like leave date and leave end date. Now I scroll down. How do I know that this one is leave date and this one is leave ending date? So how do I know? Because the first column is no longer there. So I have to start scrolling back up to check, then go and check the name of the person I'm searching for, then go back there to know the leave ending date. I'll start tracing. But with this freeze span, you don't need to trace. You just need to scroll down while your heading is freeze. Your heading remains there and it does not disappear. You see that is 189 and the likes. Your heading remains there. Does that explain your question, Mr. Simon? So let me unfreeze again. I will do the third type. The third type is that you want to freeze both your heading and your left column. Now, how do we do that? You want to freeze both your heading and this left column. Now, check out the heading you want to. Now, the thing is, you will put your mouse below the heading you want to freeze and in front of the column you want freezed. Put your mouse below the heading and beside the column you need to freeze. Yeah, Katrina, it makes the work easier. Exactly. God bless you for that understanding. Now, I want to freeze both the side and the top. So I put my mouse below the top and put it beside the side. Now I go to freeze and I use freeze pan. Now, this side is freeze, this heading is freeze. Look at it. You see that the heading is not moving. And when I click, I go by the side also is not moving. So the side and the heading are freeze. You get that? Now, someone will say, no, I don't want the side. Maybe the side is serial number and you want the name to remain and the side heading. Just put your mouse in front of the column you want to freeze and your and it should be under the rows you want to freeze. Now I want to freeze 1, 2, 3 rows and 1, 2 column. I want to freeze this row and this column. So I put my mouse under the rows, the third row and the second column. Then I go to freeze pan and I freeze. You'll notice that the third row is no longer moving and the second column is not moving. Do you get that? Any question on that before I move? Before I move on, any question on that? I want everyone to be carried along. If there are questions, I'm waiting. How can you undo this? Nice question. Binary, God bless you with your question. Now, how do I undo this? Now, once you have done that, just go to view, go to freeze. You see that the freeze that was there before has turned to unfreeze. Just click on unfreeze. All your data is back to normal. All your data is back to normal. Do you understand that? You see that it's now freeze back again. If I freeze again, when I go back there, I can always unfreeze. Is that taking? God bless you, Gideon. You're welcome. Okay. Now I can move on to the next approach. I like arranging my data. I like arranging my data. We have done introduction. I've tried to introduce this, but you know why I'm not taking too much of time? Because I want us to move fast. Because I can create a slide for all this topic, and it will take me one hour to explain all this topic, like theory. But I prefer practical. Yes, you will have a replay. I'm recording this right now. We are recording this section right now, and we will all have a replay. I'll post it. You have a replay. You even have options of the replay you want to watch. So let me move on. Let's move on to formatting. Now, what is formatting? Formatting is actually trying to put your sheet or your data in order. Formatting is putting your data in order. I'm trying to use the simplest terms. There are terms. Okay, please, Binary, go on. I'm listening to your question. Just type it there. There are terms. There are terms data. You need to arrange your data very well. That's why we use formatting. You are formatting a data. So I will kind of go through this formatting so that every one of you will understand. We don't have to do too much of theory. You know, when you are seeing what I'm doing, it's easier for you to follow. It's easier for you to follow. I'm still waiting for Binary's question, Binary CEO, before I match the formatting. Let's just give her a few Okay. Let me explain again. Let's unfreeze. Now, imagine your data is starting from, let me even look for a data and start from 3. I want to start this data. Okay, imagine our data starts from row 7. And how do you freeze this row 7? Just put your mouse under the row 7. Put your mouse under row 7. Go to view. You see freeze pan. Freeze pan. Once you freeze it, from row 7, your data no longer move. Do you understand that? Are we together? If you understand, say I got it. If that's your question, say I got it. Okay. Blessing God, binary, God bless you. I'm waiting. If you understand, say I understood that. Okay, okay. 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 I let me assume that everybody got that. Okay. Let me assume everybody got that. So let's move on. So we are in formatting. What do we mean by formatting? Arranging our data set. It's very important in data analysis that you arrange your data properly. Now, I want to use this as an example. Now, let's start with font. In formatting, we have what we call font, we have alignment, we have numbers. We have font, we have alignment, we have numbers. Now, when you check it, you will see them here. You have font, you have alignment, you have numbers. Practically, I'm teaching you the whole dashboard in data analysis. So what is font? Font is your text. Font is your text, how your text is. Your text size, your text boldness. I hope you can hear me. Your text size, your text boldness. So what are we going to look at in font? We will look at boldness, italic, underline, background, font color, font size, and what? Font style and border. Now let's go there. Now, to change your font size, your font to bold, you either put your mouse on the cell like this, or you highlight it, you Control A, then you work on it, or you just put your mouse on it like this. Now, this place is called the formula bar. Don't forget, this place is called the formula bar. Wherever you click, you will see the result here. Let me click on Adebimpe. You see? Cynthia, can you see? Can you see? So let me work on bold. To bold your text, you either use Control B, or you come here and use bold. Some of you, your data set might be like this. You can see might be like this, right? Might be like this. So you can click home, then you see it. Some of your data set is like this. Your Excel is like this. Just click home and you'll see the data. But me, I like pinning it down. I pin it down for easy location. So you bold, we call it bold. You know how to bold now. Italic, you Control I, or you come here and click Italy. Italic, don't mind me. Italic. So underline means you want to underline your text. Like this, I can underline it. Use this U, or you use Control U. And it has option, double underline, single underline, or you use Control U. Control U. So I can underline. Background color. You can add background color to this text by going to this bucket. Look at this bucket. It means background color. Look at this bucket. It means background color. So let's add color. Now, if you click here, it's yellow that will be added because it's showing yellow. But if you need other color, click this arrow down. If you have used Word, you will know, you will understand what I am doing. If you are familiar with Word, you will understand that background color is there. You see? So font color, for font color, you can either click here and give it red, or you choose your color range from here. You see it has turned to green. Let me bold it, Control B, or I come here and click here. So it has turned to green. Font size, you can get your font size here. These are the different font size you have, or you increase your font size with this capital A, as you can see, and you reduce with this capital small a. Can you see that? Font style is this one. Font style is how you want your font to be represented. You see, you can type your font style and the like. For border, this is your border. Now, to give your text border, highlight everything by clicking font, then hold your shift, then click down, and you can put border, or you remove border, whichever way. You see, you can even change the border color as you want it. Border, click here. You can edit your border line and the likes, line color and the like, border style, what style you want. See, I've increased the border and the like. So that's border for you. What else is here? I think I've finished the font. So we move to alignment. Alignment, if you are used to Word, so for alignment, if you are used to Word, you know what alignment means, where the text will stand or stay. Now look at this. All these are left aligned. Left aligned. So you can bring it to middle by using this column. You can see it has aligned. Or let me use this. So let me use this. Let's use left align. You can see left align. Let it be up, right, left. You can see middle left or down left. Middle. You can see middle, down middle, because I'm still putting my mouse in button alignment, is at the bottom. You can see middle and you can see top alignment. Then right hand side, you can see it, middle and left. You can see. Then there's one other alignment, this one. If you want it to be slant, middle. If you want it to be vertical, because it's no longer, that is why if I reduce the text now, you'll notice they will come together. See? If I want it to be vertical, and the rest, you can try others on your own. As we go on, you'll see the need for them. That's alignment for you. Now I move to numbers. Number formatting, and I'll tell you why you need all this formatting. Number formatting. Look at this number. I will teach you various things there. In this number formatting, look at all these. They represent something. General, your number can stand in general. Let me show you general. You see that the dollar sign, the yen sign will live there. The dollar sign will leave there. You see, they have all left because it's in general, just number. Now you can say you want it in currency. You see the dollar sign is back. Let's put it to currency. You see that the dollar sign is back. You can change the dollar sign by clicking this small, very small arrow on your dashboard. Come to symbol. Click on symbol. Let's put it to Naira. Scroll down and we'll put it to Naira. Pound. You see, we have gotten a Naira sign. So you can also add percentage. You can change it to percentage by clicking here and putting it to percentage. You see? Whatever, you can change it to date if it's a date format. You can change it to long date. Look at this, they are in date format. So let me change this to long date. Long date, where it will give you Sunday, January 190, and the like. Here, it can be in short date format also, you see? Short date format. Are we together? And you can use currency, you can use number, and whatsoever you want to use here is allowed. Is allowed. So those are the formatting we have to do here. So by when we continue, we'll look at conditional formatting where we will use these formattings. We have looked at border also. You know how to add this border to your document. Any question on that? Any question on that? Please ask your question. Account number starting with 0. What do you mean by account number starting with 0? Now let's do this. If I got you right, this accounting. So you want to start with 0, just put your 0 there. So that's what it will give you. Mr. Gideon, is a harmless question. Please, is a harmless question. In this class, you are permitted to ask any question relating to what we are doing. Please, let's take it easy. The answer is just making me that, but I love the way we are responding, actually. I love the way you are responding. I love your time. I love your questions. Binary CEO, I love your questions. So I'm waiting for questions before we can say we are moving to the next one. Or we are calling it a day. So let's move to the next question. If there are no questions, I want 10 replies that we can move on. Write on. Yeah, you will get the video. You get to watch the video again. Yes, a lot of us are tired. A lot of us are tired. Me too, I'm exhausted from today's analysis. I've just been analyzing data since morning. So you get the video definitely. Okay, the font size how you change the size of your font. Yes, the fact that the zero is eliminated does not mean there's no zero there. So when you are doing your calculation, even if there's no zero there, the system recognizes that there is zero. But if you want to see your zero, most of the time we put in zero and imagine it's there like this now. I know there's a zero here. So in accounting, you cannot have the zero. It's only in numbers. You can just put your data set to number. You will see your zero. Just say number. Then you see your zero. If you need to remove the two decimal places, just click on this 0.000. Decrease the decimal place. If you need it, you can increase the decimal place to as you want, and you can reduce it to as you want. Blessing, I hope that explain it. Now to the font size. Now, if you want to increase your font, like this size, you don't like it, you want it big, just increase it with this big A. You see that it's increasing, or you change the number here. In change the number, you see how it has reduced. So that's all about font size. You can increase here, or you can reduce here. Now, yes, I like that question. Chinedu, God bless you. Now, you want to create this space. What I do, though I will have touched it later on, but let's do it again. Now, let me put Chinedu here because I think Chinedu asked the question. Chinedu, this is your name. Now, I want you across 3 cells. 1, 2, 3, 3 column, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever stuff it is. What I did is I put my mouse here, I come to where I want it, and I go to where I want it. You see, I hold my shift. Put your mouse there, hold your shift, come to the third one, and come to the last one where you want it to be. Hold your shift before you do that. Now, how did I get you to be at the middle? I use merge and center. Merge and center. When I merge and center, you see that it has gone down. Let me increase the font. So Chinedu is a big guy. Yes, Chinedu is a big guy. Now I've merged and center is at the bottom because my alignment is at the bottom. Now when I put it at the center, it comes to the center. Now I can now use that same thing I use or the other way around. Chinedu, did I explain what the question you asked? Please let me know. Okay, Chinedu, God bless you. Any other question? Any other question? Can I move on? Because we need to move on right now. I'm trying to cover up time. Time. Time is of essential part of this class. Okay, good. Now, I want to do conditional formatting, which is this cell. Now, the 3 conditional formatting I will talk about is majorly 2: highlight cell rule, bottom cell rule, and clear rule. Now, what do I mean by highlight cell rule? Now, you have to pay attention because we are getting deeper and deeper and deeper now. We are going deeper right now. Please pay attention. Pay attention. Now, I'll highlight all my datas. I use my shift key. I click on the first one. I use my shift key to the last one. Now, I go to Home, Conditional Formatting. Click on conditional formatting. You see the cell, highlight cell rule. Now, all this is what we want to discuss now. All this is what we need to discuss now. Since morning, I don't try. Okay, all this is what we want to discuss. Now, in this formatting, we want to discuss greater than, less than, between, equal to, text that contain, and a date occurring. So you will try others. I will just do this two. So you will do, I will do this greater than, you will use the same method for less than, then I will do between, you will go and do the rest. Now, what do we need to do? We want to, this 10, we'll use this 10 as an example. We'll go to cell formatting, text greater than, oh, sorry. You highlight this column that we want to work on. You see? You see? We go to formatting, text greater than, let's say greater than, you will highlight text that is greater than 40. Now, we want to highlight all text greater than 40 in light red, filled with blah, 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 blah. So let's choose another color. I love green. Did you see? Okay. Did you get it? Any text that is greater than, don't worry about this. We should not have not highlighted this, but just ignore this. Or let me go back. Control down. So we want to give it a rule. And the rule says anything greater than 40, let's say 50, highlight it with green. You see that? Highlight it with green. Okay. Now, anything greater than 50 is highlighted green. Now, let me put this as 50 or 40. You see that the highlight has left that color. Now, let me put this as 30. You see the highlight again? But when I put this at 60, because it's greater than 50, it will be highlighted. Any question on that? I should come again. Now, I want to come again. Now, we have what we call text formatting, cell formatting, highlight cell formatting. How do you get there? Put your console on home, go to conditional formatting, then you go to highlight cell rules. Now, what do we want to do there? We want to highlight any text that is greater than 100 this time around. We want to give it a new rule. Anything greater than 100, highlight in, should we say red text or, no, let's just use light yellow. Anything greater than 100 should be light yellow. Do you know that we have a formatting there before? So let's clear all formatting. So I want to teach you how to clear now. This clear rule. Go to formatting and clear rules. Clear rules from selected cell. I've cleared all the rules. Now let's go back and input our rules. Text formatting, anything greater than 100. You can put any number. Don't be limited, but number within the cell. Anything greater than 100 should be in green. So anything here that is not 100 will be in what? In green. So if this one is 160, definitely it will be in green. So anything less than 100 will not be in green. Is that taken? Do we understand that? If we understood that, say I understood. I understood before I move to the next one. I just went to If you are still with me, please type I understood. Joseph, God bless you. Yamide, God bless you. Who else is there? Okay, God bless you. So, okay, I only have 4 people in class. Okay, Gideon, God bless you. So, let's move to the next rules. Like I told you, I will skip less than. If you understand greater than, you should know less than. And I've taught you how to what? To clear rules. Oh, Simeon, God bless you so well. Thanks for the vibe. God bless you so well. So let's move to the other formatting. Let's check other rules. So please, you can do any text that is equal to. Now let's go to, you can do text that is in between 2 numbers. Once you click it, you will see it there. So I want to do the one that has, oh shit. The one that has text. So we must click on text, something that has text. I want to highlight anyone that contains choose. So it can be Tuesday, choose anything, but anything that contains you should be highlighted. I prefer using short form of what I want to highlight because some spelling can be long and might not be spelled well. But once you see this two, it will pick it up. So you see anything that contains two, even if you have Tuesday here, it will still pick it up. So let me say Tuesday, it will still pick it up. If I change this to Tuesday, it have been spelled. You see, it will still pick it up. In a sequence as in how. If the Tuesday is not in this data form, then you have nothing you are analyzing. So the data you are analyzing must be in the data set. So let me say I want to analyze the next rule is top 10 and bottom 10. So I want to analyze top 10 item. Now, the top 10 item is the most one that has a high number. So I want to highlight top 10, any data that has top 10. You can say top 15, top 5, top anything. Highlight with red text. So the top 10 are these. Now, let me use the normal highlight. Don't like this highlight. So let's clear. So let's use top 10 item. I want it in green. Okay. Now, these are the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, the funniest thing is that in any of this one, if I should change the figure to a lower number, it will take my highlight to the nearest highest number. You see, it removed it and it took it to the nearest highest number, which is 260. Do we understand? Now, let me change this to 400. You'll notice that it will bring it and highlight down here and remove it from the nearest lowest one. Do you get the gist? So that's how to do top 10 rules and top bottom. You can also do top bottom. Top bottom. You can also do by percentage. By percentage means you will be working on percent data. Any question? This is bottom 10. Bottom 10 item. You can do top percent, top bottom, above average, and the like. So you can do that on your own and you will see the effect. Any question? If you have question, please, I would like to take question at this point. Before we move to the next conditional formatting. Any question? If there are no questions, I would like to, I'm also exhausted and I've been working since morning and I will really need to rest. So we meet on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and we meet on Friday, which is Friday. On Thursday, Tuesday and Thursday. Our class continue on Tuesday and on Thursday. But for now, any question from anybody, I would like to take question. Because by next class, we'll be moving to conditional formatting 2. Okay, I will make the video available for us. And I would like you to go through if you don't understand. If you understand, you can start practicing. Let me say this, that what makes you a good data analyst is when you practice. When you what? When you practice. That's what makes you a good data analyst. When you practice, you become a good data analyst. When you practice, you become a good data analyst. Please practice before the next class. Watch the video again. I'll post the link. Watch the video again. By tomorrow, we will go to conditional formatting 2. You see that conditional formatting, we have other formatting here. So we'll go to the 2. But I want you to go back and use this one. Use all the conditional rules provided in these 2. This one and this one. Exploit and ask me question. Exploit and ask me question. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining the class. I remain your humble tutor, Matthew Odo. Thank you so much. We'll miss in the next class. But before we go, I would like to take your comments. You know, some of you, I will open the group. Just drop your comments. Some of you are like, hope is not the same class that they want to sell course to you. Those are our webinar. This one is a class. There's difference between webinar and a class. Webinar, they just come, tell you what you can achieve with data analyst, and they sell a course to you. Here we are doing the data analysis. We are doing the data analysis.
Hello, sir. Can I ask a question, sir?
Okay.
Because I would have typed it, but it's kind of, I don't know how to just type it like that. Is it necessary that all the data will be highlighted with different colors, just so that in case if you want to specify them, or like probably put a specific detail on them, like the way you did the green ones, the red ones, the one for the ages, the one for the numbers, the one for the dates, and the one for the day as well. Is it compulsory to use colors on them?
No, it's not compulsory. You can use text. You can use border.
The border, I didn't really get the border, so
Okay,
that's
red
why.
border. Now I'm using red border for anything that has Wednesday. So can you see my
Okay.
screen? You see that Wednesday comes with red border.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you can do as much as formatting on this data as you like, provided that you understand what you are doing on that data set. Any other
Okay.
question? I'm noting the serious people here, and I'm liking it. I know people like Chinedu. I'm taking note. People like Ayo. Ayo is my co-host here. Ayo is the one that is allowing you people to enter. If you offend him, he can just push you out. Is my personal assistant. Chinedu, binary CEO. I don't know your name, but I trust as the class goes on, I will know your name. Katrin Uguji. I think I've encountered Gideon, and there's one other Simeon that said God bless him too. Okay, I noticed you are engaging Simon, Temiloluwa, and the likes. So for those engaging, I'm taking good notes as the class progresses. I'll be giving free data sets that you can analyze, and I know people I will give it to. But please, when I upload the video and you go and watch on YouTube, if you have questions, you can ask in the comment section, and you can also engage in the comment section. Just engage and type what you gain. In fact, as many that will be engaging the YouTube channel, please help us type what you gain so that the channel also will be engaging, so that I don't just post and nobody's engaging with it. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next class. I leave you the peace of the Lord. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much.